Open-world games coming soon are drawing attention for their scale and freedom. Expansive maps, player choice, and worlds designed to feel alive are central to these projects. These upcoming titles are the ones everyone seems to be talking about right now. Let's get into it.
The world ended long ago.
Darkcraft is a multiplayer action RPG built around a shared dark fantasy setting and demanding combat. It is planned as a large-scale online game where players move through dangerous lands, face powerful enemies, and cross paths with other players who may help or interfere. The design points to a harsh and tense structure where survival, conflict, and cooperation exist side by side in a persistent world.
Nameless warriors die so that legends may live. Silence breaks, and he awakens.
Soon.
Return to Nangrim is a dark first-person fantasy adventure with survival and role-playing elements built around life inside a fallen dwarven mountain city. The game carries a heavy and quiet atmosphere, where solitude, danger, and mystery shape each moment. Its design suggests a slow, grounded pace centered on endurance and discovery, with support for both standard play and virtual reality.
The shadows roamed the lands. The embers turned cold. And what was once a resplendently beautiful place fell victim to decay.
The Wayward Realms is a first-person fantasy role-playing game built around a large open setting shaped by player action. It places players in a living land of shifting power, where factions, rulers, and societies react over time rather than staying fixed. The game aims for a grounded, classic role-playing style, with a slow, deliberate pace and a strong sense of scale tied to its setting and systems.
We have come to the town of Melhelm at the behest of Lady Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend, a former rival to the baron who met his end at our own hands. We were sent to seek out Niles, an informant for the Order of Saint Latra. But it seems the door is locked. There must be another way in. Not the friendly sort. Maybe he just needs a little convincing. Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat. Stealth. Magic. Or using our wits and knowledge. Of course, sometimes that might not be enough.
It's been years.
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis revisits the early roots of the series through a modern lens. It centers on Lara Croft facing ancient myths and long-lost ruins, with gameplay built around movement, puzzles, and combat. It aims for a grounded adventure style, mixing classic themes with a contemporary presentation while staying focused on a solitary, story-driven path.
Behind every door. Across every chasm. I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on. That it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic is an action role-playing game set in the Old Republic era of the Star Wars universe. It takes place long before the familiar films, during a time of rising powers and shifting alliances. The game is built around a character-driven story with a grounded, cinematic approach that reflects classic Star Wars themes through a modern lens.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure role-playing game planned as a single-player release set on the harsh continent of Pywell. It tells a character-led story around Cliff of the Greymaids, placed within a grounded fantasy setting shaped by conflict and loss. The game carries a cinematic, combat-driven approach, with a broad landscape that supports long stretches of travel, large clashes, and quieter moments between events.
Uncover the truth that lies within, and let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one.
We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hell!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is an action-adventure game that retells Batman's rise through a playful LEGO style. It is built around story-led progression, light platforming, and comic-inspired action set across Gotham City. The game carries a balanced mix of superhero drama and humor with a clear, accessible structure designed for solo play.
More than a man. I need to become a symbol.
What did you have in mind?
I'm Batman.
Why so serious?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
Darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by... Ah! Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
Every slain demon is another unheard prayer. Hantry Reavers.
Ad Mortem is a dark medieval action game built around close-range combat in a corrupted fantasy setting. It places players in the role of an undying warrior locked in ongoing conflict across ruined battlegrounds. The game carries a heavy, brutal atmosphere, with battles designed around precision, timing, and constant pressure rather than speed or spectacle.
The blood soaked into my steel remembers. I remember the enemy.
Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm Giru and I'm the project lead for Ad Mortem. Thank you for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter trailer and I hope you enjoyed it. Ad Mortem is a passion project, many years in the making, and we are incredibly excited to finally share it with you. We would love for you to go and check out our Kickstarter page, see what Ad Mortem is all about, and please consider backing the project to help bring it to life. Every bit of contribution, any support, whether big or small, means the world to us. There is a dev blog coming very soon as well, so please stay tuned for more updates as the campaign unfolds. I want to thank you for your continued support, and I want to thank you on behalf of the Ad Mortem team, and I want to invite you to join us on the journey ahead. Thank you.
Varsapura is a role-playing action game set in a modern city shaped by shadows and strange events. It frames a darker, more grounded setting where fast combat plays out against paranormal threats tied to a hidden order. The game carries a serious urban atmosphere, with story and action moving through city streets and distorted spaces rather than fantasy realms.
Maybe that wasn't the real me.
You lost belongings due to mind rot? Please visit that counter over there. Mind rot control.
All right, thanks.
How can I help you?
I'd like to join Seal.
Okay. You'll need to go through the interview process first. This is your application form. Read the instructions and sign to confirm. Once you sign, we'll verify your consciousness. This may cause slight discomfort. Let me see. Consciousness verification completed, preparing the interview. Your number I-07. They'll call it out through the announcement system, so please pay attention. It may take a moment. This area is open to visitors. Feel free to look around while you wait.
Although organic matter is more resistant to decomposition, mind rot can severely affect mental health. If exposed, seek medical help immediately. Rest assured, our MRB officers will clear affected areas and reverse the mind rot's effect on your property. Welcome. You're about to observe the process of mind rotting. Note the black substance seeping from the object. This is mind rot.
Number I-07. Please proceed to the interview room. Down the hall on the left of the front desk.
Here for an interview?
Yeah, hi,
Well, isn't that something? They really hit the jackpot with candidates like us. Come on, take a seat. There's only so many safety brochures to leaf through. Grab a chair, let's chat for a bit. This whole Shadow Bureau seems so shady. Everyone says they're strict about hiring, but there's no clear standards. They don't even accept resumes. I don't even know how to prepare. But it's not like I have no experience, you know? I've watched Mindbog murders and Shadow Boys several times. Nothing I can't handle.
What's up with the lights?
What do you think is the better pick? Rescue Brigade or SUN?
Did you see that?
Maybe the Brigade? My girlfriend thinks they're hot.
Resonance: A Plague Tale legacy set years before the earlier A Plague Tale stories. It tells a standalone story centered on Sophia, a young plunderer drawn to a dangerous island tied to ancient myth and a spreading curse. The game carries a darker, tense atmosphere, with a steady sense of danger as events move between human conflict and something far older beneath the surface. Fable is an action role-playing game told from a third-person view, built around life in the fantasy land of Albion. It is a fresh take on the series with a story-driven structure and a light, storybook style that mixes danger with humor. It carries a character-led approach where player actions shape how the world responds, creating a grounded but playful fantasy setting meant to unfold over time. Exodus is a sci-fi action-adventure role-playing game set far in humanity's future. The game places players in the role of a traveler, operating across distant star systems shaped by long spans of time and human change. Its core idea revolves around survival, legacy, and the effects of time on people and civilizations. The general approach is cinematic and story-driven, with a serious, large-scale science fiction atmosphere.
Salvaging scraps just to get by.
Child of Orion, fulfill the purpose for which you were crafted, and seize your destiny.
Our world is dying. You are the only one who can wield celestial tech and find a cure.
Well, that's terrifying.
With the right ship and the right crew, you could save all of us.
I was on an alien world. Felt like I was finally doing what I was made for.
Thank you, June.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. And we will fight to protect it.
The fight for survival has consequences. How far are you willing to venture? How much are you willing to sacrifice to save your world?
Damn, kid. No pressure there.
Light No Fire is a shared survival and building game set on a vast fantasy planet created at a global scale. It is built around living on the land over time, whether alone or alongside others, shaping settlements and paths through a living environment. It carries a grounded fantasy style, with a calm but demanding atmosphere where long-term survival and discovery grow naturally from how players interact with the planet. It is being developed and published by Hello Games.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us.
Chronicles Medieval is an action and strategy role-playing game built around a large medieval sandbox. Players to enter in a historical setting where personal rise, warfare, and control of land shape the flow of play. The game carries a grounded, serious atmosphere with a steady pace that highlights conflict, leadership, and long-term ambition in a living medieval setting.
I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Mir 5 is built around large shared spaces and long-term character growth. It takes place in a fantasy setting shaped by conflict, progress, and player-driven activity, where the world is meant to keep changing over time. The game carries a grounded but ambitious atmosphere, aiming for a sense of scale and continuity rather than short, self-contained play sessions.